Watch Transit TV right now.
I'm Tochukwu Michael. Keep watching Transit TV.
Season, so it was a marathon. The top 6 teams rather played in Lagos. So that was
the defending champion. They won the league last season, and now they are in the 12th position. Even
Transit TV, welcome back to the studio. Welcome back to our NPFL coverage. For those who don't know, Nigerian Premier Football League coverage. We had a very interesting weekend last weekend and some midweek games yesterday as well. And today we're trying to serve you some very important news and results from that league. And today I have no other than our special Isamoah and, of course, an NPFL guru in the person of Victor, who are Remo Stars fans and also rep and work. Victor is a rep of Rivers United. So today we have some very interesting results, situations in the league to keep you updated in what's going on in the Nigerian league. And guys, you are welcome to the show.
good day. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, Victor, good to see you again, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Reggie. Hi, Asamoah, and it's going to be on Transit TV once again. It was an interesting weekend of football in the NPFL, and of course, we had rescheduled games today, so a lot to talk about. Let's delve into the action.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about. Yeah, after the 4 games into the season, Remo Stars maximum points 12, leading the table, followed by Rivers United, who have 10 points. They've drawn one of their games. Eimba is third on the table, 9 points, and Niger Tornadoes following suit on the 4th position with 8 points. Enugu, what's the name? Rangers, surprisingly, after 3 games, they just played 3 games. They have just 4 points. They've lost 1 and drawn 1, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Asamoah, you were there. Remo Stars beat Rangers on Sunday at the Remo Stars Stadium. Well, what did you make? You brought us some reports from there already, but I mean, personally, what did you get out of that game? It looks like Remo Stars are scoring goals and staying very strong defensively. They conceded only just 1 goal in 4 games. What have you made about Remo Stars?
Okay, in regards to that game, the game was really nice.
The volume is a little low.
In regards to that game, the game.
Yeah, we can't hear you very well. Your volume is low. Can you increase the volume a little bit?
That's the highest I can.
Okay, yeah, it's good now.
I said in regards to the game on Sunday between the Stars and Rangers at the Remo Stadium, the game was actually an interesting game, being the fact like it's the game of the 2 teams, the top 2 teams, the two biggest teams in the league. You know, Rangers are currently the defending champions and finished second last season. The game was tense at the first half. In the first half, the Remo Stars were really pressing, but they were unable to find the net at the first half. Even Rangers, they were unable to get a goal in the first half. The first half ended good. But during the second half, at the beginning of the second half, the pressure from Remo increased and they were and Rangers equalized with a penalty. After in the 60th minute, Chukwu, who scored his first game, Remo Stars, scored the winning goal. And the game ended in 2-1 win for Remo Stars.
Yeah, one of the reports that you brought in for Avias, it wasn't very clear for. The coach of Rangers was visibly annoyed over something, was upset about something, and we could not really make out from that interview. Could you tell our viewers what was the issue about? What was he complaining about?
Okay, he was complaining about fair play. And the fair play was in the situation that happened before Remo Stars scored the second goal that made them win the game. I think the ball everything went. The free kick was supposed to be from Wing. Kept on
Oh, okay.
They kept on playing. So it's going to be like a throw in. But this line, the line around the sideline, it was not really jigget for the side referee, the sideline referee, the linesman, yeah. So I think the linesman did not raise an alarm or something. I Rangers Coach Fidelis felt like they knew that that's the Remo Stars people knew that this is actually a throw in for Rangers, but they kept on playing. When they had the goal, the highlights, you see that they passed the ball from the side of that pitch, that side, to the center where it goes to Tochukwu. Then Tochukwu made the shot from outside the box. That's
I mean, I don't know what he's complaining about. There are rules that govern the game. If he play until you hear the whistle, the referee doesn't stop the game. Why should the player stop? I thought it was something that had to do with the safety of a player.
And also, I feel he was actually saying that out of frustration. Like, he lost.
Yeah, I believe so.
Imagine the defending champion. They won the league last season. And now they are in the 12th position. Even teams that came from relegation, Nasarawa United, El Kanemi Warriors, they are actually above Rangers. So the frustration dropping out from the CAF Champions League and everything, I feel it was just all worked up because I feel there was nothing there for him to be so sure about.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. He needs to calm down and rally his team to get back to form. Rangers, we know, will always be a strong team in the NPFL. So he needs to. Let me bring you in there, Victor. Like I said, currently Remo is leading the table, followed by Rivers United, your team, and Enyimba, then Niger Tornadoes. Last season, like Asamoah just mentioned, Remo Stars were finished second. This season, they've got another gear. And this is not a traditional team in Nigeria. I don't know how long they've been around. Maybe in the last decade they came on board and they're staying this strong. What have you made of them, and what do you think? Do you think they're serious contenders this season?
Yeah, they're not just serious contenders this season. They've been serious contenders for at least the last 2 seasons. In 2022, Rivers United won the league. Remo Stars they came second place. No, they actually came third place because second place was Plateau United. Then the following season, Enyimba won the league. Remo Stars were also close to winning the league as well. And last season, Remo Stars, finished second, behind Enugu Rangers. So they've been contenders for the last 3 seasons, and they've shown consistency. They finished between second and fourth. And since the last 3 seasons, and maybe this could be their season because this is like the best season for Remo Stars already. It's looking like their best season because they have 100% record. They've won 4/4, so they are really, what is in their mind is the league title because Remo Stars themselves, they've invested so much in the league. So hopefully they get to win the league title at the end of the season.
No, Victor, staying with you right there. Like you mentioned, they've been around, they've been contending for the past 3 seasons and normally to win it. What do you think they need to do? What have you figured that is the main reason why they've come short? And do you think they have managed to fix it from the games you have seen so far? Or is this going to be, I remember somebody mentioned the last episode that the Arsenal of the NPFL.
Yes, they've been the Arsenal of the NPFL for the last 3 seasons. From what I've seen from Remo Stars in the last 3 seasons is they've been able to keep some of their players. There's continuity in the club. They have a pattern of playing, and in 2022, when Rivers United won the league, they did not get as many away victories or away points, that they should have gotten. I don't have the stats with me. I'm sorry I could not get that for you, but I'm sure they didn't have enough points that season. One thing that you need to do to win the league is harnessing
to win away.
A lot of away points, get some draws, and get some away victories. They didn't do that in 2022. 2023, Enyimba won the league. They didn't also really do that. And then, that league, it was more like an abridged season. So, it was a marathon. The top 6 teams rather played in Lagos. So that one is actually really close. So I won't really blame them. And then, last season, they pushed all the way, got some away results as well. But, just 1 or 2 results, because if we check the difference between the Rangers and Remo Stars was not much. Just 1 or 2 results spoiled things for Remo Stars. So the thing is, we don't know how the title race is going to be this season. Currently, just 2 teams are unbeaten, Remo Stars and Rivers United. We don't know if Rivers United will chase Remo Stars, till the very end, and one slight, victory for Rivers United. Remo Stars drops 1 point, and then it goes the way of Rivers United. We don't know how things will pan out, but so far so good. Remo Stars are actually enjoying themselves. They've gotten 2 away victories in places you would not expect them to get.
Win. Yeah, so, I think that's right there. That means there's going to be a very fixture between Rivers United and the Remo. It's going to be an epic game and a very, very vital one for that matter. Because if they continue what they are doing, and Remo manages to edge out United in the next game, they probably will go. They'll go like 5 points, and that will give them some space up on the top. And if Rivers United manages to win, then they will go 1 point ahead. So it's really going to be. I would love to see what happens in that game.
That's if there will be continuity, because
that's what I'm saying. It depends on if they continue.
Remo Stars were Rivers United. That game will happen later on in November, match day 12. I had to check it. So match day 12, we are in match day 4. So we have a lot of matches.
A lot of games, 8 games, 7 games before that time. Who's going to be home in their first meeting? Is it going to be Rivers?
Remo Stars will be at home.
Oh, I know Samoa is not going to miss that one.
Yeah, definitely.
So let me ask you, Victor, I know you were at this game. Rivers United, they hosted Enyimba and won that game. You tagged it teacher versus apprentice. Well, how did that one go? It was just a slippery 1-goal win by Rivers United. I'm sure the atmosphere and how did the game go? Can viewers get some report about that game?
Well, it was really an interesting game. Always an interesting time whenever Rivers United and Enyimba, match up and face up in the league. I tagged it the teacher versus apprentice because it's more like a situation where the other weekend we had Arteta versus Pep Guardiola. So in this case, Finidi George and the Enyimba coach Yemi. Finidi George was Enyimba's coach before last season, and Yemi was his assistant. So that's why we tagged it the teacher versus apprentice. Yeah. So Finidi and the apprentice, displaying what he has learned, but unfortunately, you can't know better than your teacher. And then Rivers United were able to win that one by 2-0. The highlight of that game was that a lot of prominent persons were at the venue. I couldn't, make some content because I was actually on duty on the commentary. So, on text commentary online. So I could not really, get photos and videos out there. But, Kanu Wanko was there present. Ida Peter's side, former Super Eagles goalkeeper, was also there. A couple of other veterans in the Nigerian Super Eagles were also there. And a lot of fans were at the stadium to watch. Rivers United, they don't have, lots of fans don't come to the stadium to watch the game, but big games like this, you tend to see some numbers who come out in mass to watch. But at the end of the day, it was a really good game, and Rivers United won by 2-0.
Yeah, we had some midweek fixtures yesterday. I think today, I don't know about results today. Bender Insurance got one Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars, after getting their first win over the weekend, lost again. And the Aimba, of course, got the win over Aqua United yesterday as well. Samuel, let me ask you, what do you think has been what's the problem with shooting? How come they have 4 games, just 1 win? What do you put their struggles this season, to?
Shooting Stars. Then for me, Shooting Stars, right from when I've noticed them, they just like a team that's just usually kind of struggle to like stay afloat, like to keep their head above water. I don't really expect much from Shooting Stars. You see Shooting Stars, Sunshine Stars, those things. I don't really expect much from them. So I've always known them to be like a team that if it's like Rangers now, Rangers, Ava, Remo, and Rivers, because for me those are like the 4 biggest teams in the league. If it's those teams now, I'll become worried. But for Shooting Stars, I don't.
It's
I always
business
know.
as usual.
Yeah, I always know.
Okay, yeah, Victor, again, currently, after 4 games going to the fifth week of the season, Barca United, Heartland, who was relegated last season, but now they bought the spot for Beyond Limit, Ikodi City, and Lobby Stars. These 4 teams are currently in relegation positions. Well, Heartland, one would have thought that having come up, with the way they stayed in the league this season, they will be a little bit serious. What's been going on with Heartland? I know you're in Rivers there, just a stone throw to Imo State. Have you been covering their games? What's their quality and what's the issues with their team that they can't win games?
Yeah, so far I've been covering so many matches in the league on TV. So I've seen Heartland play a couple of times. I saw them, the way they played when they came to Port Harcourt. The thing with Heartland is, some administrative problems. A lot of things are going on wrong at the club. The recruitment of the players, you just recruited young boys, and I don't think Emmanuel Amuneke, knows the potentials and the talent of his players as at, now yet, because the team don't seem to look like. In fact, when they play, you can't really tell what pattern of football they're actually playing. They failed to get, a win at home in the first game against Aimba actually trashing them 3-1. Next game was away from home to Rivers. Rivers, beat them 3-1. The next one was, a game at home with Castina United. Castina United, were able to sneak out with 1 point from that game. Then, the game over the weekend against Shooting Stars, and already going to Ibadan to play is already another form of intimidation, because the fan base in Ibadan is really huge, and so they have that 12th man factor. So I really didn't expect anything from Heartland over the weekend, although they had a goal that was chopped up. Some concerns there, but not really seeing proper goal good angles to that particular opportunity. But for Heartland, I think they need to go back to the drawing board. I think they'll also get to the relegation. They will eventually get relegated this season, and they should not think of buying any slot, because from what we hear, allegedly they bought a slot from Beyond Limit. So
yeah.
I would advise them not to buy any slot. They need to build from the scratch, because Heartland, they're not new in the NPFL. They are a team with a huge record. They've been in the Champions League semi-finals. They have that record in the league. So they need to go back to the NLL, build from there with young players, get a pattern of football you play. Connect back to your fans, and maybe they get back to the league and succeed. But for now, I think they will get relegated.
Yeah, let me ask you before I come back to someone. I know it happens in Europe as well. Sometimes players or administrators feel that once you're a good player, you do your playing days, you automatically will be a good coach. And we've seen people like Lampard and Gerrard struggle in some coaching positions. Emmanuel Amuneke, I know he's tried his stint in different clubs and even abroad. I think it was it Zambia or something. Does it strike you as a coach that knows what he's doing, or is he just priding on the name he had or he made while playing football? Victor?
Oh, that question for me.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Amuneke, if he strives as a good coach or just working on, his legacy as a player, I think he's a good coach. He's proven himself with Tanzania. At least he took Tanzania, and I don't think I've ever seen Tanzania in the African Cup of Nations, but he took them from the qualifiers, and then eventually they qualified for the African Cup of Nations. I think that was in 2019, or I think 2019 or 2020. Can't really remember, but the most recent AFCON, not the last one, but the most recent AFCON, but they could not qualify out of the group stage. So for me, Emmanuel Amuneke is actually a good coach, but he shouldn't have picking up that. He shouldn't have gone for a Heartland job. Finidi George, after losing the Super Eagles job, he didn't just go to any team. He saw that Rivers United didn't have a coach, so he had to go to Rivers United, who's like a reputable team in the last couple of years. So for me, I think Heartland is a no-go area for someone like Emmanuel Amuneke, because it will eventually spoil his CV if he doesn't get things right.
Yeah. I have anything to add to that? Heartland and Emmanuel Amuneke.
Okay. For me, what I have always had in my mind concerning Heartland was that they would have just stayed in that relegation. They would have stayed in relegation to maybe learn, according to what he said, and build from the scratch. But now that they bought this and they are back to the NPFL, they are going to shamefully go back, and it's going to be very, very embarrassing. So my thoughts right from them was, even last season, their performance last season was so poor. I don't know who advised them or gave them the mind to buy the slots and come back to the NPFL to prove what they have nothing to prove. Do you get? So that was just all I had. That they should have just
maybe Amuneke convinced the governor that he was going to make them stronger. Like Victor mentioned earlier, it's a long season, just 4 games gone. They can still get it right and come back if they are serious. We'll see. We'll wait and see. Like you mentioned earlier on, these are household names in the league. And somehow names sometimes they find their way back. If you ask me, the opportunity came for them to come back to the NPFL. If I were in their shoes, I would take it. But you have to be ready to make the most out of it if you really want to invest that kind of money. So it's on them to make the best out of it, and we'll only wait and see. Victor, I know you covered some other games, and didn't have more reports for our viewers out there before we end this one.
Yeah, I'll just talk about Aqua United versus Sunshine Stars. Sunshine Stars getting an away victory. Really, really surprising one for me, because Aqua United before that game, they haven't gotten any win, so it was really, really bad results for Aqua United. I thought they would rejuvenate themselves, given the fact that they are playing at home and all of that. But it seems like playing at home this season, the NPFL, you're not safe at all, because anybody is coming to beat you anywhere. So Aqua United lost that one by 2-1. And Sunshine Stars were even leading at some point in that game, 2-0. But Aqua United were not just themselves. Even their fans were complaining at the stadium. They could not. They did not have a pattern of football. Heartland were just Aqua United rather were just I don't even know the word to use to describe them, because after the game, I saw some interviews with some of the fans and they were like, please sack the coach, sack the coach. And today again, Aqua United traveled to Aba. And
lost to Imba.
They lost to Imba. And, it was really, really a very, very annoying loss, because Imba had scored at the 75th minute. And, all through that game, 75 minutes, Aqua United just sat back. They did not initiate any attack.
They're trying to lose with a very minimal goal margin.
Maybe they wanted to just an away point or something. So Aqua United, another team that look like a serious concern in the league.
Okay, yeah, good to know. Yeah, thanks guys for stopping by today. We'll do this every week to, help our viewers to all over around the globe to understand, keep them abreast with what's going on in the Nigerian league. Viewers out there, like I said, stay in this channel, subscribe if you have not done so. Like and share the content. Victor and Samoa will always be here with me and maybe one or two fans once in a while to bring you guys up to speed with what is going on in the league. And yeah, guys, thank you for stopping by today. Victor, I know you're a busy man. Samoa, you've been working hard behind the scene. Thanks a lot, you guys. And we'll do more next week to give our viewers more. I know Samoa, I really hyped up this season. Remo Stars, I pray they win this season because I've ordered my jersey. I'm going to be I'm their fan this season. So let them do what they need to do and win this league. And let's shut Victor and Edison up from calling them Arsenal of
Trauma. Trauma. But I want to say something.
Okay.
Like, you guys, what I'm about to say, you guys heard it here first from me. Remo Stars will be facing Kwara United on the 6th. And Remo Stars will win that game. Remo Stars are going to continue their winning streak. You guys heard it from me first.
We all know
So in
that.
case you
We
come
all
back-
know that.
Now what? I didn't get what he said. She said.
No, she was saying Remo Stars will, beat Kwara United on Sunday at Ikene.
Yeah.
We all know that will happen.
No, of course. They're a better team. But well, again, in football, you never know. Like you just said, Vito, you said a few seconds ago, people go away and anybody can beat anybody in the league now. So you never can tell. I hope Remo Stars coach won't be like the Rangers coach on Sunday and start crying over something that does nothing to do with the game. Yeah, thank you guys. And I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.